Testing, testing. Yeah, it's not the best. Hello, Redfi. Welcome. Wh uh, mute the stream so I can't hear myself. Hello, Prismarine. Welcome. Oh, a lot of people up at midnight my time. It's crazy. Let's check. Yeah, you guys can hear that. Lower the volume a little bit. I'm gonna go to here and just. Yeah, okay. Pop up the stream. Hello, Isaiah Truckee. Welcome to the stream. Didn't expect people to be awake or be available. We're actually streaming at a time that is reasonable. Yeah, I woke up at midnight my time. So yeah, and I couldn't go back to sleep, so it's time to animate. It's been a while since I've animated The Withering. Gonna need some time to get back into it. So we're gonna do a bit of just looking around for now. Okay, I'm back into it. I got what I needed. Alright, it's 9 p.m. Again, not sleeping until 5 in the morning. I don't know what you're doing, Prismarine. I just woke up, right? I just woke up. You probably should go sleep. 2 p.m. for me, stream usually starts at 1 to 3 a.m. Yep. Yep, I used to be in Canada, but I'm no longer in Canada. Bit late now? No, it's actually early because I just woke up. So, you know. Yes, I just woke up. I slept at like 6. Oh, look, I sleep early. I sleep when the sun goes down, right? The sun went down at, let me just double check when the sun went down. Star sunset time. And the sun went down at 6:23, right? I slept immediately after that. Woke up at 12. It's 12 a.m., not p.m. It's midnight where I am right now. I'm not nocturnal. I just slept at 6. I can wake up early. I just didn't sleep. I mean, I took a nap in the morning, so I didn't need my full 8 hours of sleep. I usually wake up early, guys. Right? This is not me being nocturnal. This is me waking up early. Right? Y'all are just weird. Okay? I don't have shit to do at night, man. Anyway, tell me if the music is too loud, because it's really loud on my side. Alright, one thing I want to do here is add a bit of extra animation here, because he just kind of flops here. Don't like that. I need to move these. Do we have a background collection? I'm gonna call this a background section. We have way too much stuff. What is this? You are just a cube. Oh, what are you? What are you? I have no idea what you are. You don't seem to have any significance. Oh, you're a particle. Never mind. You are significant. I think we might all just be a bunch of degenerates. I wouldn't say degenerates is the word. I just sleep early, man. Geometry node setup. What does this do? I already forgot what this does. You are not useful for me, actually, because I think you are the particle emitter for the smoke, right? Not smoke, for the energy beam thing, which I don't use anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna remove you. World anchor, keep that there. Wither coordinates, keep that there. I have no idea what you do, but you feel important, so I'm gonna add a new collection. Well, time for me to go and eat pizza. All right, see ya. I'm not gonna eat breakfast until like 4 in the morning, so I'm gonna wait. I'll call you empties. Just put all the empties in here. I don't know what grip does. What does grip do? Do not do anything important. Yeah, so I can just remove you. Grease pencil. This is what grease pencil were you for? You're the grease pencil for the previous scene, so I just remove it. And then we have these cubes, which I just don't know what they do. This cube doesn't seem to do anything. But this might be a particle cube, so I'm gonna keep them. This is definitely a particle cube. This is definitely a particle cube. Keep those. I'm gonna move them to emitters. Actually, wait, no, these are the old ones. Right? Check. 3,560. Right here. Which is out of the scene range, so remove you. Next one is in 3723, which is out of the scene range. Remove you. I don't need you. A cube 005. I still don't know what you are, but I don't want to break anything. So actually, no, I'm gonna break it. So, here. Okay. Hammer sacrifice not used. What are you? Yeah, we definitely don't use you. Okay. I think that should be it for cleaning everything up. I'm gonna put empties inside background. Collider, keep it there. Weapons, keep it there. Sparks, keep it there. Explode. So much stuff, bro. Holy shit. Some questions. It says that after 12 it's PM and after 0 it's AM. Yes, that is correct. It is very confusing that 12 AM is midnight and 12 PM is. As you're constantly learning new techniques, do you ever feel discontent with projects you take breaks on and want to like change them all over? Yes, I do. But that's not how the world works. So I just let it sink. I just like let it be, right? It's like if I can, I would like to change all of this animation to use my new rigs, but that is not feasible because it took me a year and a half to animate all of this. So there's like, why should I mean, yes, I do feel it. I do feel discontent with my previous animations, but like that's something you gotta live with, you know. And it's not like, man, I mean, it's not like they're bad, right? So I can live with it. I can live with it. One, two. Right. Oh, I hate this rig so much already. It's been so long since I've used this rig. I don't know how to use it anymore. Let's hope my animation skills has not gone down after using a new rig. My professional, I used to, I mean, I still am like that, but like at some point, you just need to realize that you don't have all the time in the world, right? It just, you just cannot. You have to realize that sometimes, and I realized it because I mean, I realized it in like a weird way because I was watching some anime, and I was like, damn, this scene they have specifically looks absolutely dog shit, and it's like it's a good anime, but that specific scene was just like horrendous. Not horrendous, but it was like sloppily made, right? Compared to like the other scenes in that anime, and I was just like, damn, okay, so it's like even these guys get it, you know? Like, there's no point in making everything perfect. It makes more sense for them because you know they're on a budget and they're on a deadline compared to me. I'm not on a budget and I'm on like an internal deadline, but like I'm not really on a deadline, right? So like I should be, if anyone is allowed to make mistakes, I should be allowed to make mistakes because I don't got no one to answer to, right? So if I make a mistake, it doesn't matter. I only answer to myself, and honestly, if I'm okay with the mistakes, I'll take it. And right now, I'm okay with the mistakes. Like a lot of people have been telling me that you should keep it on spline, animating on spline. And because my original reason for not wanting to animate on spline was because it was more difficult for me specifically, because it was because a lot of people says no, it's so hard to animate on twos, right? But to me specifically, I was like, no, twos is like so much easier to animate on. But then I already lost my train of thought. Holy shit. I just woke up, so I can't think. Yeah, so people say I should keep on splining. I personally did not want to continue splining, and I was kind of worried about you can say, the quality of my work going down because I'm not used to blocking either. I am now, but like I wasn't used to blocking before, and so my blocks didn't look as good as my splines did. But blocks are so much easier to make compared to splines that I just like did not care about the quality drop because it was so much easier to animate. It made the animating experience much easier and much more fun. So I just accepted it as a drawback. Luckily now people actually quite enjoy it after I've practiced quite a bit. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta take it, you know. Also, I need to turn you off. Taking shortcuts is not a bad thing. And I would say perfectionism is a terrible trait to have as an artist because you just never get shit done. Sure, your things will look better at the end, but like, what's the point if if it never gets finished, right? So I like to practice my perfectionism within within boundaries. Like I want it to be high quality, but like not so high quality that I never finish my project, right? For example, like what is it? The recent one I just released, the low poly anime action sequence. That could have been infinitely better if I cared. I made that animation in 3 days. I streamed it for 3 days straight, and I did not make any changes afterwards. It could have been better if I worked on it for a week, but I didn't. Because if I did, I would never finish it. I would never get on with this animation, and I would never finish modeling the other characters. So, sometimes you just gotta live with it. And it's okay. Ooh, I actually really like this. First of all, you need to change something because you need to no longer exist at this point. You as well cannot exist anymore. I guess I'll maybe disappear as well. Why not? And I don't know what this is. Please get out. I think that if I fall asleep and wake up like you, I'll be healthier. Perhaps you guys should sleep when the sun is down. It's like, to me, there is nothing for me to do at night, right? I don't go out. I mean, it doesn't make sense because I live in the Middle East, so it's colder at night. So people usually do things at night, but I do not go out at all. So I literally have nothing to do at night but sleep. So I just sleep immediately. My parents are like, "Why are you sleeping?" It's like, "What do you want me to do? There's literally nothing to do over here. I live in the middle of nowhere, so you can't tell me like, oh, go out." It's like, bro, I live a 2 hour drive from the nearest anything. There's no point, right? How much time did you spend on animating for Fight Song? Fight Song, I spent, for my parts, 5 days. We were given a month. I spent 5 days, and by 5 days, I don't mean like 5 days at the end. I spent like 5 days working on my animation at the beginning. I stopped, and I'm like, yeah, I did my part, and then I let everybody else do their part. Everybody else did take quite a bit though. Yeah, I just spent 5 days animating it. It's not that difficult. But yeah, you see, 5 days crazy. That's what you guys think, right? But like, if I spent more, it would have looked so much better, right? But I didn't because if I spent more than 5 days on that, like, what am I doing for life? Uh, but no, animating, especially with a reference, because I was animating the fight song MV. I wasn't animating my own MV, right? Because I was animating the fight song MV, it was just bro, it's just you put the thing on the side of your blender. So like video editor, you put it here. Sorry, you put it here, and then you turn on the preview, and then you just copy exactly what you see on the screen. It's that easy. Animating with references is just like it takes me 5 days because I just need to copy paste what I see on the screen, right? That's what people don't get when I tell them to animate with references. They're like, they don't want to for some reason, but I don't get why you don't want to. It just makes it's literally tracing, bro. it makes your life easier. People think of it as cheating, but I'm just like, what's the point if you're gonna, because you learn from using references, right? It's not like if people say, well, they more say it's cheating for drawing, but like even in drawing, I think tracing is a great idea. Even my art teacher, back in like grade school, was like, you can trace, guys. It's not that, just don't take credit obviously for the original artwork. Then you're just being a piece of shit. But like tracing is a great way to learn. All right, let's see. Okay, I think this is fine because no, we need a few more frames here. The Windbreaker webtoon author thought so too. Look where he ended up. Did you have a thought to make full fight song? Me personally, no. But the guys, my boys over at the Mimic crew, do want to do it at some point. I just wanted to do specifically that snippet because I wanted to study the animation. But then people were like, "Oh, can we join?" And they joined me, right? But I was only interested in ever making that specific part. Maybe I'll make like the second part as well, the second drop, where she turns into a dragon and they fall from the sky. I kind of want to do that part too, but like that's for the future. But no, I didn't originally plan on making the full fight song, but some people are, and I'm not personally that invested in the full version. But if these guys are, I will gladly help them. Because collaboration is always a good thing. There's no spin here. I need to put more spin. More spin. Okay, damn, the spin is horrendous here. Holy. Two. Anyway, so the Windbreaker webtoon author thought so too. Look where he ended up. I do not know what that means because I do not know the Windbreaker webtoon author. I'm assuming you meant that as a good thing because he has an anime now. It was a collab. I need to see when it comes. Well, yeah. The fight song was a collab. When I said it took me 5 days to animate it, I meant it took me 5 days to animate my part because I didn't make the whole thing. I had Patient and Sissy help me with like some of the other parts. You can tell in the bottom left corner I wrote our names on which part. His webtoon got cancelled because he was caught tracing other manga. Oh, okay. Now here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You gotta disclose that shit. Like if I copy someone's animation, okay, the copy is a strong word, but like if I trace someone's animation, I let you guys know that I traced someone's animation. Like, for example, there was a short I did on Deco 27's. I forgot what the name of the song was, but it was a dance. It was basically a dance. It was a dance move, right? Where someone was mocapping a dance move, and I copied that like one for one. But like I said, it's like this is my animation of that animation. So I didn't make the animation. I just made a version of it for myself. You gotta tell people you do that stuff, or else you're just taking credit, and that's just being an ass. Give credit where credit's due, boys. If not too much trouble, could you tell me when you're free how you make the font look in the preview of the video, the Withering Cinematic Hunt? Let us take a look at that, actually. The Withering Cinematic. I like how that's the first thing that comes up when you type it in on YouTube. Let me go window, no, not this one, this is Blender. Let me open up YouTube. MS Edge. Okay, so you're asking, how do I make it look? What's this? No, watching my stuff. Right, so could you tell me when you're free how you made the font like in the preview of the in the preview of the video? Okay, so you mean the thumbnail. This, I use the, okay, so I made, first of all, the font is important. I forgot the name of the font, but I used the font first. I rendered it, then added a drop shadow. So I duplicated the image, moved it down and a little bit to the left, moved it under the actual text and colored it black to give it like a 3D look, right? Second, I added grunge noise, sort of grunge texture on it. So basically, you can find a lot of GFX packs back in the day. What's a good one? Gonna type in GFX pack for thumbnail, I guess. Not these, not these. Yeah, so like this one, right? This one I feel like would have one, and they just have grunges, which is just basically scratches or dirt textures that you can just add onto your images. So I used that and I just overlaid it here. So you can see the parts that are kind of dirty, you can say, right? In the edges. I just duplicated, pasted it around those, set it to multiply so that the white text becomes darker at those grunges. And then for this, like fade, like there's like a bit of like a withering effect, get it? It's like it's fading out in some of the in the W specifically. That's done in Blender actually, because if we go here and we go to the end here, it's not actually Photoshop. It's actually in Blender, but I'm going to explain it as if I did it in Photoshop because that's the easier way. I was just really, really addicted to Blender at that time, so I did it in Blender as well. But it's easier to do it in Photoshop. There's no reason for you to do it in Blender. Unless you don't have Photoshop, then you can just do it in GIMP or Medibank Pro. Medibank Paint, which is what I use. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I need to flex my animation skills. Let's keep on going. At the end here. So yeah, I animated it in Blender, just so you know. So the way this works is, right? So first of all, the withering text I explained before. White text, duplicate the text, move it down and to the left, make it black, move it below the original text. That gives you the 3D look, and then add grunges to make it look dirty in the edges. And then for this like reveal effect, what I did was in Blender, I made a black and white mask of a noise texture expanding, right? And then I used that mask to tell After Effects if this was in the white parts you make it non-transparent, in the black parts you make it transparent, right? That's what I did. That's how I got this effect. Janek, I saw the message. You asked if I use cycles for my Minecraft animations. I do use cycles, but I use cycles mostly, but recently I've been going back into Eevee for some stylized renders. But I use both. I can use both. If you're interested. All right, let's continue. One, two, and now this is where he's finally off the screen, so I can just make him like this. Do you still have the font? Probably. I do not remember that font anymore because I don't have the blend file where the font is in anymore. I do not remember what that font was anyway. If it was in a blend file, which blend file would it be in? I can try and check the original blend file for that cinematic, but I doubt it's there. I feel like it's gone because I never used it ever again. I rendered it out and then I just, for every single withering cinematic, which is only 2, maybe 3, but I didn't do the third one. I just used the exact same video, so I never used it ever again, right? But thumbs up. I think, wait, there's a possibility. The opening that I might have used it. Opening, where is it? OP. No. Opening files, there we go. New version, I think it is, sorry, I have a lot of files here. I can do second row drop, yeah, ending section, first three. Where is it? Credit scene likely, right? It should be here. There's a possibility it's here. Let's find out. Reminds me of the Black Clover logo font. It does, doesn't it? It does look like that a bit. Holy, it's lagging because this is such a large scene. There we go. Back. Oh my goodness, it's so laggy. God damn. Let's turn that off. Right, this is the opening scene. I never finished it. Finished it. It's annoying I never finished it. It was called, no, what was it called, bro? Exactly this one. This one is not. Is it this one? It might be. No, it's not this one. Yeah, this is Harukaze. This is my favorite font that I use every single time for uh my name. So my name always uses this font. But yeah, I love your Blender theme. Thank you very much. I think it's called Midnight Blue. If I'm not mistaken. Do you know Dinosver and Loldar? I might know. I feel like I've heard of the name Dinosver, but I've never heard of Loldar. Dinosver. No. Ooh, I'm assuming this is Russian, so I do not know. And Loldar. No, I do not know these guys. I don't. I usually actually don't watch Minecraft animators, right? Can you send it to me when you're free? I'll see if I could find it first. Unless you want Harukaze, if you want Harukaze, I can send you Harukaze. But like the other one for the Withering, I have no idea what that is. I don't think I know where it is. But if I do find it, I will let you know. Okay. Something is missing here. Right, here's the beat. I'm at the font. You should. Sure, yeah, I can send you Harukaze. A bit. What happened to you? Back scene, sir. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna do some like super basic layout for this first because I do not know how this scene will turn out exactly. I just know he stands here doing some pose and Ray will walk across. Okay. Easy 0.05. Cancel the rotation here. Work on a base pose because you guys are not posing correctly. All right, let's change the location. It is the main. There you are. Move you back here. Move you here. Rotate like this. Okay. Here, low angle. Change the FOV, I guess. Change the FOV to a high. Maybe 75 would be good. 75 is decent. Yeah, was the rig for the camera? I've never seen. Yeah, it's a camera rig. You can get it by going to the extensions in Blender, the preferences, and adding camera rigs, and then you can shift A down here, add a camera rig. If you don't know how to use a camera rig, don't bother. You need to first learn how to use a camera rig, and then you can use the camera rig. It's not like a camera rig automatically makes your animations better. It just, if you know how to use a camera rig, it's very useful. So keep that in mind. All right. Across. Let's see how fast he walks across. He walks across too fast. He's also floating. Oh. Too fast, so let's move him closer to the camera, but he never enters the camera because he's not here. Okay, move it a bit more. Okay. Second. Right here we cut. Then we do. So we're gonna do a standing shot, but the world moves close up and a bit to the side. This is a little too zoomed in at the moment. Make it. Let's go 65 maybe. It should be fine. Side, side, back, down, up, up. Oh, let's make it down. Yeah, this is good. And at this point, we don't need to actually move the character. We just need to move the world backwards. And he's not on screen because he's supposed to be on the ground. So this is fine. A bit laggy for some. Let's I'm gonna hide Ricky for now because he's not important. And also there's a lot of stuff here. What is this? Cube. What exactly are you? I do not know what you are. You are from the previous scene. Remove you. Or you. You are also from the previous scene. Remove you. What are you? From the previous scene, probably. From the previous scene. I have so much stuff from the previous scene, which is very annoying. You are not from the previous scene because you have a thing here, but oh, you are the ground. Ground, and then I move. I don't need to move you anywhere. What are you? Are non-existent. Yeah, so remove you because I don't need you. What are you? You are another one of you. Remove you because I don't need you. Tree. Is tree useful? I do not know if tree is useful. Does it have an action that makes it? Oh, that's literally the tree from the background. Okay, and I can just use the background. Right, sword thingy. What is the sword thingy? Are you useful? No, you are not. So sword thingy, you are gone. What are you? You are with the coordinates. I keep you. You are useful. Background empties. Right. Ground dirt. Keep it. And yeah. Okay. So we're good. Cleaned up the viewport. No, not the viewport. Okay, and over here. Yeah, here we make sure that you stop moving because we're gonna have like a stationary shot. Okay, then we move the camera again. Closer here, let's put him back. And let's move you here just so I can, just so it's easier to animate with the root. Okay, up, I can move you guys back here and move this all the way here. Oops, what happened there? Something happened there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Why do you double transform? Hi there. Can you not double transform? That was not nice of you. Parent slow. What do you mean? What is slow-mo ends? I mislabeled the bone. Great. What are you? Hi. What is this bone? Why did I call you slow-mo ends? Oh my. This is called the loop bone. I don't know why I called this slow-mo ends, but anyway. That makes things a little bit easier. Right, so for some reason this double transform, which is very annoying. I will change that by just removing this. Okay. And I think this is in the right one, right? Yep, this is the right one. Now I can just move you back here. Okay, and then just move down, I guess. Alright, I always have trouble in like random scenes or something. Double transform is nightmare? Indeed it is. Indeed. I hate it. To dispose. This is why I hate, not hate. This is why I dislike using this rig now, because it's not. It doesn't have the same creativity that I get. Or sorry, not creativity is the wrong word. It has so much limitations in terms of the the body posture. You know, because it's so blocky and very very wide. I would say because Minecraft rigs are super wide, which makes them just hard to animate with. Pose. I like the some people like Minimator people and like is there anybody else who has like a different rig style? I mean, I guess Endertainer's new character models are very like long. They're very longer rigs are super easy to use because you have so much like ironically you have a lot of leg room to pose, right? What happened to his base rig? Oh, there you are. I can this. Okay. Okay, so this is one scene. Next scene, you just change the camera angle. This is much closer. And then we decrease the FOV so we can see more of him. And yeah. And move this back here. Okay, no, I want this to be in a position where we can't see Talon, but let me see. There we go. All right, I'm gonna stop here, and now we're gonna start animating. So how much is that? So 341 till 353. It's approximately 10 seconds. Let's start with basic character poses here, right? So this one, I need you to be on the ground because you just like not dodged, but you just got saved by from an attack. So you are kind of crouching on the ground, trying to get back to your feet. We always have this issue, man. Hi there. Do we have neck? We have neck. Why are you like this then? Attis underscore neck underscore 00. Hi, why are we being weird? Because I didn't size you enough. So go. Oops. Can't those because those are important. Yep, and that's good. We just hide the lattice again. Turn off disable me. Right. I need to enable AK here. Arm IK R. Right arm to be stuck on his leg. Right. I'm gonna have to rotate you like this, and we're gonna need the other one. Also, you're not fully IK. Nope. Yeah, see, look, his arms are not long enough to reach the goddamn floor, bro. That's just annoying, you know? And if I bend this further, the other arm just looks weird. I have to break the rig by moving this arm down, which It's okay in some certain situations, but most in like other situations, it's gonna be pretty shit. The withering characters in Harukaze form are gonna be so peak. They're gonna be so great. You have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I was worried that they'd all look the same because of like the eye, the head shape, the body proportions. But I just made new body proportions by making characters from Flower Storm. So now I'm like, that's no longer an issue. I can just make a custom body shape for each and every one of them. I know how to change the rig for different proportions, and I know how to change the head shape. So we Gucci. All right, so this is the starting position. Uh, this is annoying. I need more constraints, but constraints are going to be so annoying to keep track of. All right, I'm going to use a sphere. I'm going to lower the size, put it here. I'm going to call it the Talon underscore right underscore right underscore me underscore locator. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to parent you to this. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to give you a bone constraint, add a copy location constraint to Talon, blah, 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 blah. And now I just move you a little bit here and rotate you. Perfect. Up. Now watch. When I move this, haha, it's stuck on the leg. That easy. All right. Now. Harukaze sounds cool. Yes, because the name of the rig that you guys are using, my rig, right? Originally it was called CH rig. I chose the letter CH because originally it was supposed to be chibi, right? It was supposed to be the chibi rig, but like I ended up not making let me show you guys an example. Chibi, where is the original Nera? The original Nera is here, right? So this was the original, the first version of the CH rig. So I called it the chibi rig because this looked like a chibi character, right? But then I made non-chibi. I was able to make non-chibi characters with it as well. So then I was like, well, I can't call it the chibi rig anymore. So what should I call it? And I was like, I kind of like the word CH, so I just thought of calling it the customizable Harukaze rig. So CH stands for customizable Harukaze, and Harukaze means the spring breeze. So the customizable spring breeze rig is technically what it's called. Chibi looks cute indeed. This was the hair. The only thing I made here were the boots and the shirt. Everything else was taken from a different model. I did make the jacket myself as well. I am very proud of the jacket. Neo did flame the textures. I accept that it's terrible texturing, but I think it looks pretty good. But I think the textures on the jacket look pretty decent. He disagrees, and I value his opinion, but I really think they look pretty decent. Anyway, moving back to the animation. Start with the hard parts first. All right, we're gonna have to do another annoying thing, which is this guy also needs to be in IK version, in IK mode. Uh, that's annoying. Let me just undo that first. Take the positions. Here's a guy. Yeah. Yes. Yes, he is. Sounds like a guy. Looks like a guy. He's a guy. Unless Neo himself said he wasn't a guy, but I don't think I ever recall him saying that. Yeah, he does he does he is guy. You can hear his voice in some of my old streams. He is guy. Oh shoot. Oh. Do I really need all of that? Not really. Alright. Okay, now that we have that done, we can now run this. This. This is annoying. Test tweak is the wrong bone. This is the right bone. As well. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucas apparently lost consciousness. Yeah, he was so surprised that Neo was a guy, and I just blanked out. Yeah, no, I think he came back to life. I missed the Clover's Neo. I'm sorry, Clover's a guy too. Clover's a guy too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. He just has an anime girl profile picture. The girl in his profile picture is what was her name again? God damn, I forgot her name. Shoot, what did she call? What did he call her? Toho. Tosho. Sorry, not Toho. Tosho. Tosho or Toshu? Tosho. But yeah, Clover's a guy too. Most of the people I know are guys. Yeah. Sorry to break your ruin your dreams or something, I guess. But yeah, they're all dudes. There was a time where someone thought that Sue was me. I remember someone I worked with was like, "What is your avatar?" And then I was like, I'll give it to you 1 second." And he just instantly sent me a screenshot of Sue, and it's like, "It's this one, right?" And I'm like, "No, I am not a girl." And then I showed him the me. TM Lantern with the hat, right? And he's like, "Oh, that's who you are." I was like, "Yes, yes, that's my profile picture." That I would assume people think that's me and not Sue. Even I mean, then again, I do post a lot of Sue art, but no, Sue is not me. I am not Sue. I am TM Lantern. TM Lantern is a girl? No, no, he is a dude with a blender addiction. Here I thought both of them were females. Sorry, man. That's not how it works. I need to clip this though. I'm just gonna clip this and I'm gonna send it to Clover just so he can laugh at you. Here's Clover. Because I'm pretty sure that was his like plan by having Tosho as his profile picture. Anyway, uh, don't move here. You're not supposed to move. Oh, villain later. Yes, I am. I am the harbinger of. I'm like Monopoly. I just destroy friendships by gossiping. I'm gonna leave this here and I'm gonna start actually animating this. So let's do the easy part first, right? The easiest thing to do here is walk animation. Walk animation is hella easy. So I'm gonna first just make you constant because I need you to stand still. And let's just do a walk cycle right now. Felt like there was a guy back then who wanted to see how you do a walk cycle. Pity he's not here because I'm about to show you guys how to do a super simple walk cycle. So start off in the neutral pose. Right, the only bones we will be moving are these bones. So I'm going to select these bones, Control I, press H to hide every other bone. Useless. And then we are going to work with these bones. Let's start off with the base pose. One step back, one step forward, move the torso slightly down, move this forward a little bit, move this forward, move this backwards a little bit. I think I'm missing a bone actually, 1 second. Alt H, I am missing, I need this bone, this bone, this bone, this bone, this bone, these two bones, as well as this bone. And I might as well bring the head as well. Why not? Hide everything else, there we go. So, this is a basic ass pose. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a bit of rotation here. Slightly up. And yeah, this is fine. Rotate this a little. Right, first pose done. Next, we're gonna do the next pose is 1, 2. Let's make it 3, right? So 3. This is where he actually let's do 1, 2, 3 again. And let's flip the pose. I think that'll make things easier. Copy and then Control Shift V to flip the pose. Flip the pose. I flipped the head as well, but I don't need to flip the head. It does not need to be flipped. So here we have flipped the pose. And so if I were to go 1, 2, we were to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just duplicate this forward, you would get this. Right, that's the most basic walk you can make, and then we'll just do the in-betweens, which is take these two, slide them like this, move this up, and then move it back, because you want a bit of easing. Okay, this is also way too fast. Let me just delete these and size this by 2. We just move this up, back as well, and move you up again because this is nowhere near enough. 2. Then guys. Yeah, there we go. Now we can just do this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keyframe here. Everything copy, and then Control Shift V to flip, paste flip. Here, boom. This back here, because why not? Right, and that's basically a walk cycle, right? This situation reminded me of a meme where a guy confesses to a girl and she turned out to be a guy. That is very, very unfortunate and very, very funny. Anyway, now that we have the base keyframes, I noticed something that is not good, and it's the fact that this leg goes backwards, which means that we need to make this further before we start doing anything. There we go. Now I just copy this, Shift V, paste it again. Right, and then we take all of these and duplicate all the time. Right. Whoa, what happened here? That is wrong. Sorry, sir. Everything copy, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Control Shift V, and then we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 do this. Yeah, now we're good. We don't need that second one. Hello, SB. Welcome. Welcome back. It has been a while since I've animated the Withering. You enjoy your stay. Anyway, we're currently doing the blocking stage. I've done the layout, and now we're making a walk cycle. Still so fast. I need to slow this down by a lot. Because if we were to undo the... Yeah, there we go. If I undo this and then make it down here again. Actually, honestly, I think he actually walks a little too fast here. Like, by walk, I mean this is a bit too fast. Okay, anyway, let me turn this into spline. What is this? There's an extra thing here that's not supposed to be here. Where are you? You are the root main bone, which doesn't do anything, right? So just all right. I'm just gonna turn this into Bezier. Bezier. How I say it. Okay, and I'm gonna get everything here. Bam, 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 bam. And then I'm gonna copy 4 again. I'm just gonna remove these two because of that. Okay, and then you don't need to move at all. Then here, right here's the important part. When you touch the ground here, you actually end here. And I'm supposed to remove you. There we go. Ooh, that's actually perfect how lined up they are. Nice to see. Always nice to see that here it doesn't slide very much. Not that it matters in this scene specifically because you don't actually see the feet touching the ground, which is a nice hack a lot of people use to basically just go around the foot sliding problem. If you don't have feet, what can you slide? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, so here's the issue. The issue is he's moving too fast, right? Which is actually super simple to fix just by I just select everything and I just size everything. And then he'll stop moving too fast. But I'm gonna keep on working on this first. Once I get the cycle done, then I can work on like making him. So another thing I noticed is that he's leaning forward too much. And I don't like that. So, ooh, you move. Can I just select the Y? Yes, please select only the Y. 1 second. This is getting a little annoying. Setting that is not. Let me go to animation. Bottom only show selected keyframes. Go save those, and let's try that again. Here, so I want to go Y, and there we go. Now it only shows this one, and I can see it going up and down. First issue I had was that you were not going up and down enough. Right, so we just give you size Y2. There we go. Now we can see it going up and down a bit more. Next, you're too far forward, so we just move you back a bit. This is the advantage of using the graph editor. The graph editor is very nice for these specific things. Other than that, I mean, it's still useful, but it's just way too goddamn difficult to understand if you've never used the graph editor before. This, because I don't need it. Hide the hair as well, honestly. I don't need the hair. So much information on this rig that I don't need. I don't need you guys. I do not need the IK arms yet. I don't need this tweak, but I might need that. No, I don't need this cheekbone. I don't need you, because you don't have cloth animating. I don't need you because you're always on IK. I don't need. I technically would need you if I do this. Wait, why can't I hide this? Crazy, I can't hide this? That's insane. Anyway, foot. I almost never use the foot on this rig, so I'm gonna remove you as well. And there we go, we've simplified the rig a little bit. Now I can keep on animating. So alright, and cool. I want to move you forward a bit. It's not what I'm looking for. I mean, it's fine from this perspective, right? It's decent from this perspective, so I'll leave it as is, right? So this is fine. And there's not much else we can change, so I'm just gonna keep this as is, and I'm just gonna duplicate the for these bones. All right, duplicate over here. Right? Yeah, over here. Then, and we have a bunch of movement. Keeps on moving. Yeah, all right, good enough, right? So we have the movement here, and now we can change how we want the movement. Before we continue, though, there's one more thing I'd like to change, and it's this. Okay, that, and then we duplicate this. Welcome back, Prismarine. Okay, and I think just the position of this is really awkward. I'm gonna make you the correct position. I feel like the up and down movement feels a little off, and I do not know why. I mean, I know why, but I just don't know how to fix it yet. It feels like it's oh yeah, it's definitely high there. You need to be set to auto clamp. That's the issue. Much better. Okay, hi there. Now we're talking. So next part is to add offset. So let's start off with this. Usually, what do I usually like to do? It's been a walk cycle. I think I offset it by -2, GX -2. So oops, I don't have this on. There we go. So I offset it by -2. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, I still got it. Yeah. It's good. But yeah, you can definitely tell he's walking too fast. I want this to be a bit of a tense scene where you can show him, you can see his he's angry in the scene. Just so you know. And I want to show his bottled up anger by adding tension on the scene. And to do that, I need him to walk slowly. So right now he's walking too fast, but it's okay if he's walking too fast right now, because right now the point is to make the walk cycle look good. Once the walk cycle looks good, then I can add in, details of how he's walking. I'm going to add 2 on this. Now he looks way too like, what's the word? He looks too, not energetic. He looks too loose and relaxed if I did that, so I'm gonna move it backwards. I'm gonna move this back as well. I think he's bouncing up and down too much. So I'm gonna lower. Do I want to make him? I want to make him go higher. Because the lower he goes, the more bouncy it feels. So I'm gonna make him go higher. Yeah, good. Right. Next up is to. Is there anything else I need to do? Do not think so. I could put like left and right movements here, but that is not something I care about. All right, now that we're done with that, we're going to go and do the other thing, is to decrease or increase the speed. So I'm gonna take the center point. I'm gonna increase this by 1.2 might be good enough. That's a really good amount. I kind of wanted to be more though. Size 1.5. What is 1.5? This is perfect, but he moves too fast. His root bone moves too fast for this to make sense. So what I have to do is I have to select everything and then size everything by 1 point. Let's try 3.5 instead. Yes, this is exactly the speed I need. Okay, and then I need to clip this because he starts moving only up here. Just move this forward. Then okay, and then move you forward. Okay, and then here we just cut it. There we go. And this is the perfect speed. That's how you guys use a walk cycle in the middle of an animation. Because the first time I tried to do a walk cycle, I never understood how to, you know, like use a walk cycle in an animation. Because you're like, well, I have like an animation, and like let's say this guy is over here, right? And it doesn't make sense to have a walk cycle when you're moving the root, but like the guy is not at the root, so it doesn't make sense, right? But it was never meant to be pretty, right? You always had to reset his position using a camera cut. A lot of people don't like that, but like that's how you do it in animation, right? You gotta fake things. And then you make the walk cycle first, and after you made the walk cycle, then you change the speed of the walk, either by sizing it up or just slowing down your scene. Not on topic of the stream, but have you ever played Devil May Cry? No, the only games I've played are Genshin Impact, Minecraft, Valorant, CS:GO, and Pokemon. Those are the only games I've ever played. Okay, mate, not the only games I've ever played. Those are the only games I've ever played regularly. I've played other games like played Repo, played any story. Have I played any story mode games? No, I don't think I have. I feel like I have, but I don't remember. Ark, I played Ark. I love Ark. I fucking love that game. Never could finish it, but I love the game. I really like the animation of combat. Yeah, I know it has nice combat animation. I've just never played it. Because what kind of game is it? Is it a PC game? I feel like it's like one of those multi-platform games. Devil May Cry. Is that what you said? Yeah, Devil May Cry. It is a I can't tell. It's an anime. Sorry, it's an animation series. It says here. It's also a game series. PC game. Oh yeah, then I've never played it. I mean, not even, doesn't matter if it was a console game. I would have never played it either because I don't have a console. But yeah, I've never played it. Okay, here I want to do a special thing and I want to hide his weapon till the final. Okay. Why are you up at 12 in the morning? Because I woke up 12 in the morning, Luke. What about you? Why are you up whatever time it is for you? Because I feel like this is not the time you should be awake either. Right? Maybe? I don't know. There's 1 in the morning for me, not 12 in the morning. So that means it must be 12 in the morning for you. What are you doing at up at 12. Also, you asked me what I'm doing. Clearly, I'm animating, bro. Come on. That easy. Well, yeah, I woke up at this time. I slept 6 p.m. right after sundown. After I had a talk with my parents about potential business ventures, because they were like interested in. They asked me to monetize my YouTube channel, and I was like, "I'm sorry, mom, but that's not how it works." That's not how it works. I use copyrighted music. I can't do that. And she's like, why don't you not use copyrighted music? And I was like, Mom, non-copyrighted music is ass. It's like, it actually is dog shit. I cannot use it because it was dog shit. I can't animate non-copyright music, right? I almost exclusively animate copyright music. I got punishment for not doing chores, so I got more chores. Kind of sucks, bro. I do all my. I don't really have chores to do, right? But like my chores consist of cleaning up my room. But like, here's the thing I figured out, right? There's nothing to clean in your room if you have nothing in your room. So my room is empty. The only thing in my room is my bed, water tank, my PC, table, monitor. That's it. And I don't need to clean shit because I'm like, what am I supposed to clean? I don't got no toys. And sometimes I'll clean up the bottles in my room, but that's about it. And then I water the plants every morning. Uh, I make food. What do you mean by water? It's a gal. I don't want to say it because I had a debate with my brother about it being called water gallon. It is a you know those like really big bottles of water that people call water gallons. It's just a bucket of not a bucket of water. Sorry, it's a really big bottle of water. The ones you use in the water dispenser. Those. Let me. I guess I can just show you. Water dispenser. Not this one. This one, right? I got these. You guys see that? Yeah, you can see that, right? I got the uh I don't have the machine. I just have the jug of water. That really big jug of water because I have a home water pump. No, not that. Home water pump for water gallon. Yes. Yes, this. I have this in my room. I got this in my room. Now, the reason I have this in my room is because I live in a goddamn desert. Right? I live in Qatar, Middle East. It is currently like 40 degrees Celsius average outside, right? So it's super hot. It's super hot. So the actual water dispenser in my house, because I'm assuming people in the US would be asking, why do you need this when you can just drink tap water? You can't drink tap water here, right? I think it's actually the case for most of the world. It's just the West that's kind of weird, where you can drink tap water because you guys got clean water from the river and shit. But we don't got clean water from rivers because we don't have rivers. We have desalination plants because we live next to the sea. So our water dispenser, our family water dispenser, is in the living room, which has a broken AC. So it is like super hot in that room. And also the water dispenser itself used to have like a cold function, but it broke, and my dad doesn't want to fix it because he doesn't know how to fix it, and buying a new one costs like a lot of money, so we didn't do it, right? So I got this. I just take a big bottle of water and I put the pump on, and my room is always set to 16 degrees Celsius, which is really cold, I know. I wear a jacket. And it's just I'm used to it because I lived in Canada for like 5 years. So people come to my room, my siblings come to my room so they can use this water dispenser because the water in my room is cold, and it's just kind of hilarious. Sometimes like when I'm streaming, they'll just like knock my door and I'm like, "What you need?" "I need water," and I let them get water. It's hilarious. Anyway, what about food I can cook? And like the fridge is always stocked because my parents always buy stuff. But here's the cool thing, right? In Canada, I used to cook. In Canada, I used to cook, but in here, back in my parents' house, my siblings are like the polar opposite of me. Okay, it's not that I love to eat. It's just like I eat a lot, right? I can eat a lot, but if there's not enough food, I won't eat a lot, right? But I can eat a lot. My siblings are the opposite. They do not eat shit. Like my mom will make them food, and then they'll eat like half the plate, and they just leave the plate there, right? And I just come in and I just take their food when they're done with it. So I don't so I don't need to cook, but I can cook. I'll have you know I can cook. I've been cooking for 5 years when I was in Canada. It's just over here, you know, there's leftover food. What's the point in wasting food? So I just go and take their food when they're done. You make this food in the blender and then transfer the sauce into the blender, and he's like, okay, calm down, calm down. I don't eat in the blender. That is not what I do. Okay. Cool. Good. Uh, okay, here's the thing I don't like. It's the fact that you move sideways, right? I don't like that you move sideways, so I'm gonna add in a track. Uh, Another empty sphere. I'll call you sphere tracker. Sphere underscore tracker underscore damp. And the reason I call it damp is because I'm going to use it as a dampening tool, but not as a tracking tool. Here's the difference. Let me show you. If I have a damp track tool and I put it on sphere underscore tracker underscore damp, this is what happens. It goes like this. I don't like this. I don't need this. Is not what I'm looking for. So what I want is I want to dampen the motion. Dampen means, you know, to reduce the motion, right? And so yeah, so that's what dampening means. And the way you damp something is you increase the influence, but never to 1. So this will damp the motion towards this sphere, right? So it'll track this sphere, and if it wiggles left or right, it will wiggle left or right slowly. So if we look at this now, right, it's good, but it's not good enough. Let me move it to the side, and I'm going to increase the influence a bit more. Right. Will you be using the new rig and animation style for episode 200%, bro? I hate this. I hate this rig now. Okay, not because it's bad. I just hate Minecraft proportions in general now because they're so goddamn insane. It's like it's so much. It was so much more fun and easier to animate with the other rigs. Well, with my new rig. Okay, now it's straight, but it sounds too straight, so I'm gonna lower this a little bit more. Here we go. Hello, Believe Animations. Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a great day. Solo leveling, but it's a team manner streams indeed. Add a bit of camera movement to this. Okay, so one issue we have here is that we can't really see his reaction. We're gonna go back. Bro, slowly slipping away from Minecraft. I've been gone, bro. I've been gone, honestly. The moment I released that that video of the low poly animation, I am gone. Because the only reason I was sticking with Minecraft was because I was like, oh, how am I gonna build the backgrounds? Minecraft backgrounds are so easy to make. Now I'm just like, no, I know how to make backgrounds now. I have unlocked the power of toon shaders. There is nothing holding me back. I will no longer make Minecraft animations. I don't need to make Minecraft animations. They're not what I want. I don't watch Minecraft animations, right? Like the only thing that was keeping me in Minecraft was because people were still making intros, but now it's a dead art. Nobody makes intros anymore. So I am no longer gonna be interested in I never was interested in Minecraft animations. I was interested in my animations, but not like the general public. I don't usually watch. Like the only people I watch are one, Overpan, two, I watch you sometimes because I am very invested in your growth, and then I'll watch people in Entertainer server, but I don't watch any other Minecraft animations usually, ever, except for maybe Beyond and Randy. But those guys are special because they're good animators, right? So they don't look like Minecraft animations, but like normal Minecraft animations, I just don't watch because they're just not it for me, man. They don't hit the same. I just straight up watch. What's it called? Surprisingly, the one thing I watch quite a bit actually recently that I've noticed is like those story time YouTubers. There's like, okay, so imagine that, but it's like someone animating clips. No, it's like those like old Technoblade animatics by forgot their name, right? But yeah, so I watch animatics now, hand drawn animatics. A lot of them are like VTuber ones. These VTuber ones are super funny. Lucas is still recovering from what you told him, lol. Songs of War was what got me into Minecraft animation. I remember once I never got into Songs of War because I don't know. I just like, okay. First of all, I never liked Black Plasma Studios, or sorry, Squared Media's rig style, specifically their mouths. I never liked it. Like I was square mouths, ew, disgusting, bro. Hated it. And also back in the day, their animation style was pretty like basic. Well, it was hella basic, right? Because like when I got into Minecraft animation through intros, so like Flamerity, right? I got in through intros back when Braz was the goat. So I had like my sort of the thing I looked for in an animation is animation quality one and this choreography, right? So those two are the things I look for. And back in the day, Black Plasma Studio just did not have what I was looking for. They had like story, and they had decent character. Okay, I mean they didn't really have much character design. Let's be honest. It's just extruded Minecraft skins. But yeah, Black Plasma Studio didn't have what I wanted. Right? Songs of War. Because I watched Black Plasma Studio quite a while because I watched it back when they were still making tutorials. They don't make tutorials anymore, I think, right? Not that I follow them or anything, but I never thought of them as like the action fight choreographers that they probably are today. Because I remember I watched the new Technoblade one. That was quite insane. If you told me like 7 years ago that Black Plasma Studio is gonna animate this good, I was like, oh, you are capping. But yeah, so I think currently Black Plasma Studio is, Square Media is really good. But yeah, I still never got into Songs of War. Mostly because of the character design, honestly, because it's just Minecraft character design, so it's not interesting to me at all. I'm more interested in Overpan's diversity, right? Because it just reminds me of Minecraft intros, and I really like that. All right. Golden Heartbreak Tooth, I'm still healing. Yeah, he's still healing from the fact that the people he thought were female were actually male. It's quite sad. You guys, I have to go sleep. Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Have a good night. I will be continuing until the morning. Is that like weirdly laggy? This is weirdly laggy. Okay, so here's something I want to put here. I want to make a slight movement where he twirls the spear and it goes like this position. This is whoa. Oh yeah, because I have a damn track constraint. That is why. So I want his spear to go like this because he's gonna hold it like out here. Right, and I need to delete everything in front of this. There you go. I'm not feeling sleepy. Good night, Luke. Is Luke leaving? I don't think he said he was leaving. Anyway, yeah, good night, Luke. See you tomorrow. You have a nice. I hope you have a nice rest. That's what they all say. Okay, yeah, this is like not good because this is not helping us at all. Holy shit, what am I doing with my life? I am screwing this up. Okay. Yeah, so I screwed this up, so let's back up a lot. And I can't back up more. Oh no. Oh well. It's fine. I backed up enough. Take this. I just need to copy 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Oh, I can't copy 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Oh well, that sucks, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Have you ever felt sleepy but can't sleep at the same time? Yeah, many times. And I just, you know what I do when that happens? You know what I do when that happens? I animate. You know what I'm doing right now? You know why I'm doing why I'm streaming right now? Because I woke up, felt sleepy, but I can't sleep. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And I'm okay with it. I accept it as a part of life. Like sometimes my parents would ask me, it's like, why are you awake in the middle of the night? It's like, first of all, bro, I'm not 7. I can stay up when I want to, you know. But they're asking it as a they were asking it for like a health reason. It's like, are you having trouble sleeping? I was like, no, I slept early and I woke up, so I'm gonna animate. And also they're just like, what are you doing late at night? It's like, I'm animating. It's like, why do you animate late at night? I'm like, I can animate whenever I want. Nothing stops me from. I am morbidly addicted to animating, and I think they know that. I think they know that. A lot of people know that I'm morbidly addicted to animation. That is too slow, sir. You need a faster, much faster. There we go. So good. What the hell is that movement, dog? Huh? Where are you going? Where, where, where the hell is the spear? Spear. It's a spear. Where are you rotating, dog? Movement is too fast. Move this back. This like this. We have a bit, just a tiny bit of, readability there. Then this, I want to move you forward and then backwards. Here. Forward a bit. This, and then we go like this. Go. Save. My head is getting itchy. I think that's fine. I need to delay it by a bit though, because it's like off sync with body motion. I'm gonna delay it by 3 frames. Yeah, that. Ooh, that's so nice. Okay, Okay, and then here we just add like a bit of reaction, camera reaction to that. So the camera kind of just floating, and then it follows the spear. It moves up. Then whoosh. Good, and then we're gonna add a camera, boom, here we go. Add investigation to this. So oh, you're actually pretty fast. I don't like how fast you are. How fast? Why are you so fast? Okay, whoa, you are really fast. 0.1. That is that good? I don't know if that's good. It doesn't feel good, you know? I don't like how that looks. You need to just move one back. There we go. I think this is fine. We're gonna need the extra movement on the here. Ooh, so nice and smooth. Sometimes I forget that even though I dislike animating on spline, it is very satisfying when it does work out. You know, it is very satisfying. Though that's all it is, satisfying. Sometimes it's not all about the satisfaction. Sometimes it's about the ease of the journey. Okay, I do want the to go down a bit. This, there we go. Fight scene's gonna take so goddamn long to make, bro. Holy shit. I feel like I'm gonna die before this is over because look at this. It's gonna take so long. It's gonna be 10 more minutes of just animation, bro. Good. I should probably put not continuation, but a transition here because he's kind of just like staring at the nothingness. Push pose. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. A little bit high. Weird that he already has it like this, but then he does it again. So I'm just gonna move him like this. There we go. I'm a little hungry. Doesn't mean anything. I'm gonna keep on going. Right, I'm gonna start doing this now. Two, two, one, two. I do this one, two. What made you love animations? Well, good question. I think it's the action, the act of hmm hmm. It's the science, I'd say, the science of animation. Because I didn't when I was starting off animation for the first like maybe like 5 years, to me animation is just fake. Or not fake, it's a fantasy, right? This like escaping from reality. That's what animation is in my definition. So whenever I did things, I never thought to, you know, I never thought to look at real life. Like when I do animation, I think of it as just my imagination. But then one day, there's this one guy, I don't remember what his name was, but I remember his profile picture. He was Thomas's Discord server, and he commented on one of the things I made about, or like not one of the things I made, but like on the process of one of the things I made, right? He commented about specifically my choice of using standard, right? Standard color transform. And I was like, debating with him about how it was like it doesn't matter what I use because you tailor your lights to, the you would tailor your light to the color transform. That's what I told him, right? And he was like, "You're correct, but standard transform is not the It's not what cameras use, right? That's what AGX is for. Camera, AGX, realism. He told me if you want to make something, you have to start with real life because everything is based off of real life, right? And I didn't agree with him. I was like, no, but animation and art is separate from real life. It's when you want to break away from realism. That's what I told him, right? And he told me in order to break something, you first need to know how to build it, right? And I was like, what is this man? This man is spouting some nonsense. Is what I told him, right? Is what I thought to myself. I didn't tell him because I'm not rude like that, right? Eventually, he kind of just like left the Discord server, and I never saw him again. But it stuck with me, because he's like, you got to start from realism before you can before you can start doing non-realistic things, right? And I figured that out when I started using references for animations, because I was like, well, what are references? They're just real life movements, right? And after that, I started, noticing all of these small things, like, oh, if I want to make an animation look good, I have to, take into account the center of mass. I have to take into account anticipation. And I was like looking at real life references, like, choreographic videos, like karate videos, or a sword, like, was it sword fighting demonstrations? And I'm just like, wait a minute. They have that too. They have center of mass. They have, like, extreme poses. They have anticipation. They have follow through. And I was like, holy shit, wait, this guy was right. This guy was right. I gotta make things look real, right? And after that, I just found more things, a lot more things. Curves are an essential part of making things look alive. When you look at anything that moves in real life that is alive, they move in curves. And I'm just like, that blew my mind. And I was like, oh my god, animating is a science. It's a science, bro. Hey bro, just a quick question. How much more time will it take to release the long animation? Forever. It will take 2 more years. I am sorry. Expect it to be released in 2 years, bro. This is never gonna finish, if I'd be honest, at the rate I'm going at. And I'm okay with it, honestly. I'm okay if it takes 2 more years. Anyway, that's what got me. I think that's what it's not what got me into animation. It's what made me fall in love with it. But not just animation in general. It's more like, just Blender, because it's science, and I'm a chemical engineer, so I just like science, man. Not a lot of people, because like when I watch other people animate, they're like, they animate really well, but they just animate based off of feeling, right? And experience. But when I animate with like thought, what I would like to call thought and intent. And I noticed that a lot of good like the great animators, they do this too. Because like I watch some people, when I watch, like, for example, Dylan Gu, he makes like reaction videos on like the Hoyoverse game animations, and whenever he's explaining things, I'm just like, he's explaining it like a science, like my chemistry professor, bro. Right? And it's a science, and I just really, really enjoy that. Not a lot of people like realize all of the little things in animation, or at least the people who ask me questions. They're just like, how do I make it look good? It's like, you have to think first. You gotta think. You gotta use references. You have to understand your motion. You have to understand why a good animation looks good, and then apply those principles. You don't just ask people, how do I make my animation look good? First of all, find out why your animation looks bad. Right? You got to think about it. A lot of people think about it. Needs a bit more. That's not good. 2 years, yeah. I have no expected release date for this. I'm just gonna keep on animating until eventually it comes out. I've given up on these dates because there's no way I'm gonna follow it. That was a bad pose. Okay, this is one of those things where with dubbing and voice acting, nope, I am not gonna use voice acting. Tried getting my sister to voice act for an animation, it just she cannot voice act. Yeah, she can, but like it's not like not as good as expected it would be, and just it's too much of a hassle, you know. Because then I have to voice sync everything. I don't want to do that. Like, will it be better with voice acting? Maybe it will be. I personally don't. I personally think if your voice acting is bad, it can ruin the whole thing. And it would be like kind of weird for it would be a shame for me to first of all waste money on voice acting, and then it's like really bad, or not really bad, it's just like mediocre, and it just makes my animation look worse. Then there's no point in me using it. And if I paid someone to do it, and then I don't use it, it's kind of like it's like I you paid me to do this, and you're never gonna use it, and it feels bad for the guy. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use voice acting. Anyway, good night, Prismarian. Hope you have a nice sleep. Sleep earlier next time, please. Not good for your health to stay up. Up. One, two, part of me kind of want to get. Sorry. A part of me really wants to make Indonesian dub of this. Not for any reason. Not for any particular reason. I just have I just have a really weird feeling that's like, oh, I kind of want to do that. Not that I think Indonesian dubs are good. I just want to do it for some reason. No, I 1, 2, 3. You're working alone, team. I'm working alone. I'm a lonely man. Evelyn helped me with some scenes, but I'm a lonely man. I work on my own. I don't got no team. And that feels weird, specifically the eyes, because he's already like tracing him from there, which I don't think works. 1, 2, 1, 2. Crazy? I don't think it's too crazy. I mean, am I crazy for doing this alone? Yes, I am. I'm a fucking lunatic, but it's not crazy that I am working alone because not a lot, let's be honest, not a lot of people would want to work for free, me included. I don't work for free. There we go, much better. Upright season 6. I'm confused what you mean by top right in season 6, because top right is blank. I think you meant top left, scene 6. It's scene 6, sir, not season 6. If that's what you're talking about. This is the 6th scene, not the 6th season. If I'd made 6 seasons, we would have already finished it, because I only planned 5 seasons. I think. Arc 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would have actually no. We would have six seasons technically because there's 6 arcs of the story. Eyes goes too far. 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me say yes. This is the 6th scene, sir. This is the sixth and final scene of the 0th episode. Right. We are almost done with what I wanted to do this stream. Our goal is just to do this right before the next fight starts, because I want to do the fighting scene separately, because I need to be in a different mind space for fighting scenes. That's where the fight starts. So we stop at 5,000. No, maybe not 5,600, and be like, or no, maybe at 5,600, not 72. That's very specific. Okay, so he gets up, and then he goes down again. Up again. 0th episode, yes. This is not actually the. This was originally supposed to. This was not supposed to be the original episode, but when I was thinking more about it, right? This is before production, before I started animating this. When I was animating this, and I animated the previous two cinematics, right? So the hunted and the assassin. Those two were not originally part of the story, but I did them because they kind of related my intro animations to the withering animation, right? So I kind of, it was also test, right? Because I made those two, I needed a 0th episode to explain those characters and how they tied into the story, because they do tie into the story somewhat, and it makes for a pretty good prequel to the actual first episode, which is where the main cast comes in, right? Suhieki, Rei, and Nera, because yeah, this first part, this episode, this is a prequel to the actual withering, because you will not have any of the actual withering stuff. Well, you will have it, right? But it just comes in as like a power gimmick. You don't know what the hell that thing is. You just know it exists in this world in the first episode, in this episode, right? In the second, when I say first episode, I meant this episode and the one that comes next, because they're actually one episode, but I cut it in half. So it was originally supposed to be 30 minutes. It turned out to be 60 minutes. So I cut it in half. So it's 30 minutes and 30 minutes. So this is episode 0, part 1, technically, right? So these two episodes combined will make the prequel, which doesn't explain really anything. It's more of a character story where it introduces the first two characters, Rei and Nera, and then the second, let's call it the second arc, right? This is the first arc. The second arc is when we actually get into the story. That's when Sue appears, that's when Hyeki appears, and that's when I explain the withering as a thing. That's also when the main overarching villains appear. Because right now this is just like an introduction episode, you could say. Anyway, scripting is fully completed. No, it is not completed at all. I have like the story beats, but I do not have any scripting, because I'm one man. I can't do everything. Into 2029, indeed. Eventually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I get like, I don't even need a job. I just need some sort of income. Once I have income, I just start spamming job offers to people. And then I just get a team to do the job for me. Or job? You say that as if it's not important. It's extremely important that you have a job. I'm also thinking maybe something like a business. Like a business, so I could fund my animation addiction. Have you worked with any YouTuber in the past? Yeah, I've worked with Michael Strawn, and I've made intros for people. But I do not plan on getting my funding for animation from animation. You get me? I don't plan on making money using my animations because one, that's a waste of time because you do not make a lot of money on this. Because I only have 3,000 subscribers. People do not know who I am, and I have no like negotiating power when it comes to this, right? I have like good animations, but they're usually short form, so I have no way to negotiate a higher price. And I'm also really busy because I need to find an actual job, so I can't commit to long-term projects. If someone is willing to give me a salary, I'll be happy to animate for them. But no, most people uh will only accept me as like a commissioner, freelance commission work, because that's cheaper. Because there's no guarantee that I'll work as an animator forever, so there's no point in hiring me as an employee, especially with all the training. But it would be nice. 2, 3, 4, and I am now animating in fours. A huge jump from animating on twos, but you're animating on fours now. Okay, let me just get these back, I guess, because I still need them. Oh, I want to do full-time animation. I want to build an animation career. All the power to you, bro. I just personally think that an animation career is not worth it for me because I love animating, but not for other people. You know, I keep on telling this to people. I don't like animating for others. It's not that I don't like it. I don't enjoy animating unless it's for myself, right? So if I had to make an animation to pay for my animations, I'm like, why don't I just get a good job that pays me a lot of money, so then I can you give it to other people to make my animation. It's not highly unlikely. It's just if you don't, let's say I'm here, right? I'm a chemical engineer and I want to pivot into animation. I don't get to do that. Right? I don't get to pivot into animation after I finish university. If you're like 14 years old and you tell your parents, I want to become an animator when I grow up, yes, it'll work because then they'll put you into animation school or some shit, right? I don't even know if that exists or whatever. But you gotta start early. It's kind of like you being an artist. AI exists, yeah, but AI, I don't, I mean, maybe AI will steal your jobs, right? But I don't know. It's like what Mr. Oh, I forgot who said it. I don't know who said it. I think the Nvidia CEO said it. It's like AI is not gonna steal your job. People who use AI is gonna steal your job, which I think is a much better take because it means humans still get jobs. You just need to use AI now because it just makes AI as a tool. But then again, the people who use AI could also just be the CEOs. So it's not the best looking future, but yeah, good luck, guys. Me, I'm just gonna try and either make a business or get get a job in the oil industry because oil is still required in the world. Is it just me or is Sketchfab not working? I do not use Sketchfab, so I wouldn't know. I want to use AI voice actor. Yeah, you can use AI voice actors. I've checked them out. They're pretty So they're surprisingly decent, but I personally still wouldn't use AI voice actors in my stuff because they're not good enough. Not enough variety as well. AI VA, not like surprise. They can sound surprisingly good. I'll have you know. It's just like they're tailored for like audiobooks and not for animation. Right? And you know, okay, you just brought something up to me. It's really funny. You know that like male AI voice that a lot of like YouTube shorts use? I like when I was listening to that, right? I'm just like, okay, it sounds decent, but you can tell it's like an AI. Uh, and then my parents are like hella doom scrolling nowadays, right? It's sad for me to see because I don't doom scroll at all, and I just think doom scrolling is a waste of time. But they were doom scrolling one day. I was in the car, and they doom scroll in Indonesian, so they look at Indonesian reels and like shorts. And I heard the exact same AI voice speaking in Indonesian. I just found that like hilarious for some reason that that it can speak multiple languages. It still has like the American accent, but it was speaking Indonesian, and I just found that really funny. I see my friend's model, but he sent the Sketchfab link, but it isn't working. Well, check if Sketchfab is working. Sorry, what the hell happened to my English? Uh, check if Sketchfab first is working, then check the link. If it doesn't work, then your friend has an issue. Sorry, my mouth just decided to stop speaking English there. Okay, this one is too weak. We need a stronger jump. And then, okay, you need to hide you because you are useless. 3. Even the main website doesn't work? Yeah, then I guess it's down. Too bad. Here's the first issue we're having right now. It's that you don't move fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not working. Alright, but the animation is good at least. My brain doesn't work, but the animation works. One issue I had there was he moves up way too fast. Push the pose. too early. Let's move you back. Why aren't you asleep? Faisal, I woke up, sir. This is peak sleep schedule, Faisal. I slept after Maghrib. I woke up right before 12 o'clock so I can pray Isha and Tahajjud. And now I'm productive as fuck. Now my question is, Faisal, why aren't you asleep? Didn't you say you were gonna fix your sleep schedule? This is peak. Just so you know, this is my peak sleep schedule, right? This is my Canadian sleep schedule, where I wake up for tahajjud. What about you? See, you stay up for tahajjud. I wake up for tahajjud. It's different. We're different. And where are you from? I'm from Indonesia. Bro, you go sleep, man. You don't wait for Fajr. You wake up for Fajr. You don't. Come on, man. What's this? Okay, I'm pretty much basically done here. I don't really want to reach 5,600 because I reached the goal of animating it just before the fight scene. And this is where the fight scene starts. So I think that is enough. Ah, how long have I been animating for? 2 hours. Yeah, that should be enough because it's gonna be 3 soon, and then my parents are gonna ask me why the hell am I awake. So I need to be prepared to give them an excuse. So I'll stop the stream here, and I'll see you guys later today. Not even tomorrow. I'll see you later today because I'll probably stream again at in the afternoon. Anyway, bye guys.